From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK athletics.
As the UK volleyball team competes in the NCAA Final Four tonight, they have the support of the City of Lexington. Mayor Linda Gordon declared today Blue White Day. I'm taking care of a little bit of the blue. You've got the white. We're all good to go. Hopefully we'll be celebrating another Cats victory in a couple of hours. Welcome to BBN Tonight. I'm Keith Farmer.
And I'm Anna Tarullo. Tonight there's a shake-up for UK basketball's coaching staff, plus Kentucky softball delivers a knockout punch to in-state rival Louisville. And we'll go one-on-one with a former member of UK's Big Blue Wall, Drake Jackson. Well, the times, they are changing for UK basketball's coaching staff. That's tonight's Big Blue story presented by Baptist Health. Joel Justice is leaving Kentucky to take the lead assistant coaching job at Arizona State under Bobby Hurley. Tony Barbee is taking the head coaching job at Central Michigan. There's also a lot of talk of Brad Calipari returning to Lexington as a grad assistant. Anna, we expect players to come and go, especially at the end of a season, but this is a little different, especially seeing two coaches go in the same year. That's exactly right. It makes you wonder who's going to be taking their places. We might see some familiar faces. Yes. The rumor mill's going strong on this. We don't know yet, but a lot of experience is leaving the staff right now. Yes. Joel Justice has been with Cal since 2014, been a great recruiter for him, so it's going to be interesting to see who takes his place. Yes. And Kentucky has won the latest chapter in the Battle of the Bluegrass. Senior Lauren Johnson had a critical catch in left field during a Louisville rally in the top of the 7th inning and the walk-off sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 9th to lift the Kentucky softball team over the Cards last night by a score of 6-5 at John Kropp Stadium. UK has now won 2 games in a row and will continue its 4-game homestand this weekend as it welcomes LSU to Lexington for a 3-game series starting Friday night. Keith, what a win, and what made this one even sweeter was that Kentucky didn't lead the entire game until the end, and this win puts the Cats ahead again in the all-time series. I just feel like that's one they had to have. Not only was it the rival, but it's a rival that's kind of having a down year, losing record and everything, so you didn't want to give one up there. You wanted to make sure and get out with the victory there. All right, Kentucky football is dealing with another injury. BBN Tonight can confirm that senior wide receiver Clevan Thomas suffered a torn ACL in the final week of spring practices. Thomas had been having a resurgence during the session following several seasons plagued by injury. He's the second Cat to come out of the spring seriously hurt. That follows the season-ending injury for linebacker Derek Jackson. And I hate this for a kid who's struggled so much with so many injuries and seemed like he had things going the right way for him here in the spring. Absolutely, and he's been making so much noise this spring. We've heard a lot of people talk about him, and he's a 5th-year guy, so is this it for him? We don't know, but he was pretty much going to be in that rotation with Wando Robinson, Josh Ali, so we'll see who will take his place. Probably going to be one of the freshmen. It'll be interesting to see. The Kentucky men's golf team is continuing to compete at the SEC Championship in Georgia. Going into today's action, the Cats were led by grad student Jacob Cook, who fired an opening round 1 under par 69 and was tied for 10th place. UK is vying to advance to this weekend's match play portion of the event, which will ultimately determine the league's champion on Sunday. And on the women's side, Kentucky is awaiting next month's NCAA regionals after finishing in 12th place at their conference championship. The men's tennis team is awaiting next month's NCAA selection show after they fell short of an SEC title with a 4-1 loss in the quarterfinals to number 4 seed Texas A&M yesterday. Kentucky's remaining postseason fate hinges on a potential at-large berth in the NCAA championship, which is scheduled to play out in both team and individual formats across all 4 weeks of May. The UK women are also waiting to see if they land a spot in the NCAA field. And the honors continue to roll in for Kentucky volleyball as they make a historic NCAA run. Craig Skinner has been named National Coach of the Year by the American Volleyball Coaches Association. Now that comes after he earned the same title in the SEC. And senior setter Madison Lilly has been named the AVCA National Player of the Year, which is the first for any player in the SEC. Lilly was also Player of the Year in the conference. Keith, National Coach of the Year, check. National Player of the Year, check. Conference title, Final Four, check and check. As we found out from Allie Stumler yesterday, Kentucky volleyball, very goal-oriented team. And I think next up would be bringing home that national title. So we'll see if they can get past Washington in the semis tonight.
Well, even with the pressure of competing for a national championship after making the first Final Four in Kentucky volleyball history, head coach Craig Skinner and outside hitter Allie Stumler are continuing to fight for and raise awareness of women's sports coverage as a whole from the national media.
Continues. I still have dreams. You know, one of my frustrations today was I look at ESPN app, I look at USA Today, and not one story on either app on the front page out of about 60 stories had anything to do with women's athletics or volleyball. And we had 8 Sweet 16 matches yesterday, and not one of them was mentioned. And so hopefully tomorrow, you know, or the next day, that, you know, it's a huge sport and it deserves that attention.
Girls sports are growing, especially volleyball, and we're putting in the work to, you know, get the coverage, get people to notice. And I think we're slowly starting to get in that direction. We have people who are advocating, and, you know, people like Craig, coaches who are working their tails off just to make it possible for us to have the same opportunity.
Love that they're using this format right now. I mean, we obviously saw the issues that the volleyball tournament was having before they even got there. So now to just even, you know, add on top of that and try and fight for this change.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, it's crazy that we're still having this conversation.
Yeah, true. All right, coming up next on BBN Tonight, we catch up with one of our favorites from Kentucky's Big Blue Wall.
Outgoing senior Drake Jackson talks about his time in Lexington and his plans for the future when we return.